Scene 1 on the street, at about noon. Sunny weather. Full zoom on sign of street name, Zip Tower Strasse after C.O. I am there looking up at the sign, wearing a green sundress with earphones in my ears. Scene 2 front door entrance, indoor. A woman's feet taking off white slippers and changing into indoor slippers. Camera slowly pan up from feet. Me, holds head up and smiles politely. Hello, how have you been? Deaconess, heartwarming impression with benign expression. Yes, I've been well. Come this way. Points toward the inner hallway with hand. Old building with a high ceiling, the back of two people walking down a dimly lit corridor where the interior lights are not turned on. The back of the two people cannot be seen well in the dark because there is no light. Slowly fade out as the sound of walking feet and the creaking sound of a door opening. Scene 3 master room, daytime. It is bright although the lights are not turned on because the warm sunlight is coming in. A few books, children's books and a Bible on a lime green table directly attached to a large window. As the sound of the leaves rustling, the sound of cars passing from afar. Dull and old wooden chairs. A small and low bookshelf with children's books placed all over it. On the wall is a large world map with the name in Korean, and below it is a large massage chair, made of high-quality black leather, which looks like it was made quite long ago. I sit on a table-side wooden chair near the window and lean a beige-colored shopper's bag against the legs of the chair under my feet. And I clasp my hands for a moment and close my eyes. I open my eyes after about 5 seconds. Me, the bus waiting time was long, so I just walked here. The weather was really nice today. Takes a bag of oranges from the bag that I brought and put it on the table. The camera slowly slides by my face and takes a full shot of the large world map posted up in the bag. The screen stays on the world map while only the voices are heard. Deaconess, oh really? Wasn't it hot today? Thank you. Holding up a bag of oranges. Coffee or tea? There's plum tea too. The sound of opening and closing of the door, footsteps walking down the corridor. The sound gradually fades. Cut to, after some time. A hand enters the screen that is focused on the world map. The hand points at Korea, China, Russia and then moves on to Germany and France in Europe. Then it scans the names of the African countries below. Speak in a small voice. Me, Cameroon, Congo, Uganda, Kenya, Angola. Scene 3 master room, daytime. The deaconess and I are sitting at the table, and the warm sunlight waves on the table with a plate of fruit and 2 cups of plum tea on it. I hold the cup of plum tea with both hands. I stare at the sunlight entering and waving in the teacup and then look out the window. Outside the window, trees full of green leaves are rustling in the wind. Then I turn my face and look at the deaconess's face. The camera screen takes a full shot of my face and stays. Only voices are heard. Deaconess, first we have to get to know each other before we do Bible study one-on-one, so let me talk about myself. I'm 40 years old, am a mother of 2 children, and we moved to Germany because my husband works here. I majored in literature when I was in Korea. After graduating from college, I took the teaching license examination twice and worked as a Korean teacher in high school. And before coming to Germany, we lived in the Philippines because of my husband's work. Slowly fade out. Scene 4 kitchen, daytime, fade in. The camera slowly pans from left to right looking at the kitchen space one by one and shows dishes in the cupboards of the kitchen. At the window, a bunch of bananas that are overripe with brown spots are hanging on a small hook made of steel. I have a very dependent personality. The screen is still showing the kitchen while only the voices can be heard. The screen catches a full shot on the 2 people sitting at the table. Deaconess, I'm a very dependent person. Interpersonal and shy. I'm not someone to talk to anyone first. I had a friend who spoke to me first in high school, but I restricted my friend. I was extremely jealous, not letting the friend meet anyone else. That friend was only supposed to be my friend, laughing. Me, it was as if you were dating the friend. Deaconess, yes, in some sense. Laughing, then I went to college and had a boyfriend, and then my dependency moved onto my boyfriend. I held him captive and it was probably very hard for him. Me, But I think it would have been hard for you to do that. I'm sure you were doing that because it was hard for you. Number 5 Kitchen, daytime. The kitchen window in full screen as if looking at the outside scenery. Outside the window, there is a little green grass and the balcony next door covers half of it. The wind blows and the grass barely moves. The sound of birds, the wind, the sound of leaves rustling, sound of children talking from afar. Deaconess, I met my husband through matchmaking. I was working as a Korean teacher, but then I got pregnant. I was working at a high school where the kids were strong and hard. At the time, I was in my late 20s. I was a young teacher. If you're a teacher, you should act like one and persuade them, right? But I fought with them every day. I was at the same level, laughing. I took parental leave and after having the baby and resting for a bit, I was so afraid of going back to school. And then my husband informed me that he had a contract with a Philippine company and that he was going to the Philippines. Without any discussion. At first I told him to go alone, but my husband seemed to want me to come with him, and I couldn't imagine going back to school, so I quit the school and went together to the Philippines, thinking that I would rest a bit. Oh, they speak Filipino English there. Cut to, after some time. The camera gaze slowly passes over the table as if observing. Yellow napkins in a napkin holder on the table, steel chopsticks, spoon with spices on them placed on a crumpled up yellow napkin. 2 Oriental-style porcelain bowls painted with beautiful floral patterns. 2 clean clear glass cups. The camera heads toward the high kitchen ceiling. Traces of spider webs in high corners, the odd-toned textures of the wall seem to stand out in the sunlight. Deaconess, and then I spent 5 years in Korea again. But my husband got bored staying in the same place. He kept thinking about where to go next. He then got a contract with a German company. So we came here last springtime. Me, but this bowl and these chopsticks and spoons are so pretty. These aren't from Germany, did you bring them from Korea? Deaconess, I used this kimchi refrigerator, the cups and dishes, all in Korea. We shipped by container to bring them all here. The company paid the cost. If we were the ones paying, I wouldn't have brought everything. It's expensive to move, so I would have bought new things and would have left things like the kimchi refrigerator. The camera shows a full screen of the deacons, both hands placed on the table. Deaconess, my husband has no room for me to depend on. He doesn't give me any chances, so I become very independent after marriage. I sometimes joke. One hand suddenly goes out of the screen. You don't let me depend on you, so I become so independent. Thank you so much. The hand comes back into the screen. Me? I guess you two match well, though. You went together to the Philippines and now you're in Germany. Deaconess, we're trying to match together. At first, after marrying each other, we fought a lot. I thought that it is impossible to live with someone without love. The continuous speaking voices fade out slowly and become smaller. Number 6 in front of the villa, daytime around 3 p.m. A small alley overlooking from above. I walk out of the villa wearing a green sundress. I search through my bag and take out a cell phone. I plug earphones into the cell phone and cross the road while untwisting the earphone wire. A white car passes behind. I cross an alley. I stop for a moment and stand still, then I put the untwisted earphones in my ear. The cubic earring hanging from my ear twinkles. Rear view of me walking through a small alley full of villas. There is a big road about 2 meters ahead. A yellow tram passes by. I run quickly. I open the back door and climb onto the tram. L.S. The tram starts to move. The screen focuses on the tram until it becomes smaller and disappears. Then, over the scenery that is stopped like that photo, the title, credits appear in white wording and disappear. Then together with the surrounding noise, the image slowly fades out.